A novel approach for one-time password as a service implementation over cloud infrastructure. So in this particular project, so the domain comes under the cloud computing. So this is one of the plus point of this particular project. You need to mention that you are going to implement this project on a live cloud. You are not going to demonstrate in your local machine, or you are not going to simulate in 2 to 3 laptops. Okay, instead your project will be running up in the live cloud environment like Amazon Web Service or Azure or whichever cloud environment you want. So our project can be deployed over there and it will be running live. And for implementing this project, we will make use of homomorphic encryption. So we will have to implement this homomorphic encryption technique from the scratch. So for providing the security need for the project. So in the platform where our project will be running is, as I told you, in a live cloud infrastructure. Okay, we are not going to demonstrate the project in the local machine. Instead, we are going to run the project in a live cloud, and that's the platform where our project runs. Okay, and for implementing this project, we will be requiring the complete Java and JEE stack, core Java, advanced Java, servlets, JSPs, JDBC, JBeans, etc. And we will also requiring the web part like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, etc. And so for implementing this project, we will be considering one of the latest IEEE paper as the base. So we will just only keep it as a base, but the implementation will be our own. So our implementation also will be patented, thus publishing as another new publication. Okay, and what actually we are going to propose in this project is two things. Okay, so number one, so we are going to propose something called authentication protocol. Okay, we are going to propose a new authentication protocol. And number two, we are going to propose another scheme called privacy preservation. Okay, so these are the two major contribution in our project. Number one, authentication protocol. So we will implement a new way of authenticating a user in the cloud infrastructure, making use of that one-time passcode through that homomorphic encryption. Okay, and how it is advantage than the existing systems, so it doesn't require any costly computation, or it doesn't require any signature or signing setup, certification, installation, nothing. So it's going to be very simple, yet it's going to be very powerful. Okay, it will be overcoming the drawbacks of all the existing protocols we have on the cloud, and we are going to prove it. Okay, and one more major thing that we are going to implement in this project is, so we are going to implement it as a service model. Okay, so that means, so the authentication protocol that we have implemented, that solution we are going to make it available to other cloud service provider also. Okay, so for example, if my authentication protocol has to be used by Book My Show or Flipkart or Amazon, so for authenticating their users, so they can simply reuse my solution. Okay, that is what we call as a service model. As a service model indicates I'm making my solution available to the outside world. So that also we are going to implement. And another major contribution is the privacy preservation. So a cloud user will have multiple roles in the cloud. Say for example, so in one of the cloud he may have to reveal his gender, and in another cloud he may not be willing to reveal his gender, and he may not be willing to reveal his phone number, email ID. So like that, so the customer data, right, so he will be revealing his customer data to one of the cloud application, and whereas for other applications he will not be revealing this. Okay, so we will provide an optimized solution for preserving the privacy of all the customer data. Okay, that's what we are going to do as the second major contribution. And for implementing this particular project, we will be requiring 4,000 plus lines of code. Okay, so if you have any more specific questions about this project, feel free to contact me on this number or send me all your questions to this email ID so that I can reply you back. Thank you so much.